the OS they use for the original dot hack, it's like stupid simple, and it only has like 4 icons. It's like the world, mail, news, settings. And that's it.
That's all you need.
I better check the email
The
first.
idea of a push computer in video games is a bit skewed, I guess.
This game is so good. I love this fucking game,
Ovan?
dude. I will sing praises of it to everybody, and even those that aren't really into RPGs. There's a fucking cheat mode. You don't even have to try. It just tells you the story. Hey, Ovan, you piece of shit. There are 2 paths before you. One of
Pretty
these
much
will
dot
lead to
hack the movie.
safety. Yeah, pretty much dot hack the movie. One of these will lead to safety and shame. It is a path where you give up the world and never log in again. The other path leads to peril and pride. It is path where you continue the world and resume your search for the truth. Let me be blunt. The latter path is torturous and will threaten both your mind and body. Once you've chosen it, there will be no turning back. If you still choose to walk this path, then there will come a time when you and I will meet once again in the world. When the time comes, I will once again say to you, welcome to the world. Now, one of the greatest things I love about this is the team over at Project Dot Hack and Project GU, they make it a point to never tell the same story twice. So, at the beginning of this, Ovan is the one that walks up to Haseo and says, welcome to the world. But if you watch Dot Hack Roots, the same sequence plays out, but it's Shino who finds him and welcomes him to the
Trial
world.
and truth.
Okay.
Whether or not I should quit the world?
Yeah, Wilson, the fucking the world is a great name.
You should know better,
And I
Ovan.
love the freedom that all the players are given to literally do anything they want. Like, there's I'm about to join a
I'm gonna go
guild.
back to the world.
Like, I'm
and
about to
then-
join my first 2 party members. They're gonna try to give me a tutorial lesson of everything I already know, except for like
I'm
2
gonna get
things
Shino back,
that I never
no matter
used
what.
because I was never in a party. And they're gonna be like, I think the name for them was Canard. Yeah, the guild name you get is fucking Canard. How dumb is that? And they literally do nothing but want to help newbies. One of them is like this fat animal creature who's he's a fucking black mage, and he does nothing but fucking. He goes on adventures every now and again, but he's a merchant by trade. He walks around and tries to sell people stuff. And then the other guy, his name is Syllabus. It's Syllabus and Gaspard. This game is so fucking good. Let me see if I can turn this down a little bit. Oh yeah, and you can customize your fucking desktop.
No.
Like, look at this. Look at this. Why the fuck would this mean anything in any other game other than the fucking... I can give myself fucking wallpapers. I can change the color.
Always a nice touch when you can customize UI that is rather unneeded in a weird way.
And I can change the way, I can change the song and stuff. You unlock stuff as this game goes on, and I need to find more stuff. I'm gonna be streaming the shit out of this game. Don't worry about that. Let's go back into the world. Let me see if I can get in my settings so I can turn the sound down a tiny bit.
Oh, you have to do that in game.
I think so. Oh yeah, and then there's the official website where there's news from fucking CC Corp, CyberConnect Corporation. It's so dumb. There's little, hey, welcome to the world. Here's some fucking background. Gain fame as top-class venture. Become Emperor of the Colosseo. Take part in quests and explore the world. Or just relax and take in the gorgeous scenery. There's more than one way to enjoy the world and more than one path to take. You too can become a resident of the world and live the life you desire. Look at that fucking readout. Like, if you were gonna pitch an MMO, this is how you would pitch that MMO.
It's strange. It feels like a pitch to an MMO, but it almost feels like some sort of a tourism thing. Like
Right?
You see for tourists, or come join our country, or check it out, or check out the place here.
Oh yeah, this game is all steampunk oriented. Like the first game was like fantasy and stuff. This one's all steampunk. So instead of us riding grunties, we ride steam bikes. They're literal motorcycles powered by steam. And there's history, there's fucking lore here. There's the genesis of grief. I'm gonna read through one of them, that they're all long. Long, long ago, before the earth and heavens existed, two brothers lived in the world. Able to read each other's hearts without so much as a glance, the two were fully satisfied. The world was two, the two were the world. One day the elder deity accidentally broke the younger deity's treasured sword. Furious, the younger deity retaliated by slashing the elder deity's treasured spear with his broken sword. The spear was split in half, and the elder deity erupted in anger. And so, glaring at each other, one holding his broken sword and the other holding his broken spear, they fought. The war waged for 7 days and 7 nights. On the 8th day, the younger deity realized their foolishness and went to the elder deity to request the truth. But the elder deity, still blind with anger, saw this as an opening and thrust his spear. The spear pierced the chest of the younger deity and took his life. The younger deity's final breath became the heavens, and his fallen body became the earth. The fountain of blood erupted high and became the sun. The broken sword shattered and formed the moon and the stars in the heavens. Feeling the great shame, the elder deity wept. His tears became rain and fell to earth, forming oceans in its deep contours. From eternal tranquility, the world was set into motion. It's fucking Yoko Taro levels of fucking lore right here. Then we have races. There's humans, the ancient race said to be the true descendants of the elves. The elves came first, Chris. The elves came first. Look at this. Look at this concept art. And then there's beasts. Look at this. Beasts are a race of creatures with the body of a human and the head and tail of an animal. They place a high value of the technology and culture from ancient times and tend to resist innovations. As a result, steam technology has yet to spread in their cities. I believe there's an at world or an at home that's beast oriented, and there's different tribes. There's the Ya tribe, there's the Lay tribe, there's the Tu tribe.
I imagine the world will allow you to choose your own race as well.
Yep.
That'd be fun.
And the races didn't really exist in the first game, so when they made the first actual attempt at an MMO with Dot Hack Fragment, you couldn't choose a race. But I feel like if they were to attempt an MMO with the world again, it would do so much better. Here we go. Here are the job systems. The Twin Blade, the Blade Brandier, that used to be the Heavy Blade. The Edge Punisher. No, the Edge Punisher used to be the Heavy Blade in its entirety. And I believe the Blade Brandier used to be the Blade Master, which was like katanas and fencing, while the Heavy Blade was dual hand swords. And then there's the Lord Partisan. I believe that was the Heavy Lancer. Giant lances. There's a Tribal Grappler. That's new. They're fucking brawlers. There's the Flick Reaper. That's new. There's Scythe users. They specialize in attack meant to keep multiple enemies away. However, they are ineffective at long range. And then there's the Steam Gunner. That's also new. They use, fucking steam-powered guns. Then there's the Adept Rogue. Adept Rogues are eventually capable to equip various weapons and use all sorts of magic. However, each weapon must be learned separately, which requires a considerable time investment. Even so, this training will eventually pay off, making them highly adaptable in any situation. Harvest Cleric. Those are the healers, and then the Shadow Warlocks are the Black Mages. There used to be one class called Wave Master. And then the Macabre Dancer. I think they're status buffs. Yeah, status and ability magic. Currently no support information is available. And not only is that, there's a fucking forum. Alright. Medic Union, you can request stuff. You could talk about stuff you fought, like the Big Chim Chim. Dark guy PK'd me. There's quests that can only be accepted or found out through here. There's actually another section. I think I can access it right now. It's not the news capture, the community forum. There's stuff in here too. Like there's forums about the world. This is all the world related, like the Epitaph of Twilight, I Miss R1, which was the first 4 games. The first 4 vanilla games were, the build for that was called R1, and the build for this one is called R2. And there's Crimson Versus. It's the card game system they put in this game. It's not in GU, it's not in Rebirth, but it's in Reminisce and Redemption. So when I get to those games, I can fucking show those off. And then there's fucking, I backed out too fast. My bad. Then there's news, and it's people talking about the news. So they could be like, fun internet game. Heh I've been playing Riot Gun, but I got sick of it recently. Is there a network game that you can recommend? I don't care if it's an MO or an MMO. The world doesn't have to be like Riot. It's even okay if it's not an FPS. Fantasy, sci-fi, I don't care. It's literally written like they went through the office and told guys, hey, if you were to type in in a forum, what would you type? Creepy, to be honest. I always thought there were a lot of scary people around these days, but what I saw on the news today convinced me even more. I guess you call those kids with sunglasses online junkies. Doesn't that just scare the life out of you? And there's a rumors board. I love the rumors board. Like this right here, the Forest of Pain. Do any of you know of conditions to activate the royal quest, the Forest of Pain? I've completed all the quests except for the Forest of Pain. All other conditions that I don't know in order to activate this quest. This is an endgame quest. It's a dungeon that spans 100 floors. 100 plus floors, even. And it's the only way to get, like, the final optional, party member. And then this is special forum created for uploading and showing off your drawings. Oh, this is where I get backgrounds. I forgot about that. Watch this. Look at that. Look at that. I'm downloading wallpapers. Look at this shit. I'm gonna download that. Alright, I got 2. I'm gonna back up real quick. I'm gonna come to my fucking accessories. I'm gonna come to my backgrounds. Look at my setting. Look at this. Look at this. Now it's my background. It's so good. And the greatest thing about this is the more you come back here as the game progresses, the more arts that show up. There'll be art of your characters. Look at that. It's just fucking Haseo. Someone saw him fight and thought, I need to draw this. The other day, my character, she's called One Half, by the way, was PK'd. But when that happened, someone in black and red came to help save me. He was incredibly strong and took out the PKers like it was nothing. But he didn't bring me back to life, so I had no idea if he really showed up there just to save me or not. Has anyone seen him? Here's a picture of what he looks like. Sorry, I don't remember more clearly. Fucking, she doesn't remember, but that's a pretty spot-on fucking picture. And then fucking Chim Soccer. There are these little creatures that give you special orbs that can only open special areas. They're called Chims, and you kick them. I thought I'd try playing soccer with Chim Chims.
Is that your clue?
Look at this. Fucking... Look at this.
It's a strange thing. Like, this is something you can only really do if you're in a game, like in a game kind of thing.
Right?
But because they have already the aesthetic going for them, then they can go with the detail. But they just have to go for it, just full throttle. Like, you already have it, so let's do it. Let's just go full on.
Just full ham all the way. It even mimics the fucking login.